My name's Thomas Schumann. I'm a counselor at Resolution Psychotherapy, and today I'm going to talk to you about cognitive diffusion, a technique for dealing with unpleasant, anxiety-producing thoughts. But before we get into cognitive diffusion, we have to understand cognitive fusion. Let's take a moment to break down the word. Cognitive refers to cognition, which, for our purposes, means thinking. Fusion is the act in which two separate things become fused as one. Cognitive fusion occurs when we begin to treat our thoughts as though they were actually occurring events in the real world. This becomes a problem when we have scary or threatening thoughts that intrude on our sense of the external world. For instance, if you have a fear of tigers, they're spending an inordinate amount of time thinking, "I hope I'm not attacked by tigers." In turn, you may start behaving as though your relatively tiger-free neighborhood is a high-risk zone for tiger maulings, causing you undue panic and potentially limiting your actions and reducing your quality of life. We are experiencing cognitive fusion when we treat events occurring in our inner world as though they are as real and as potentially threatening as events in our outer world. Put simply, cognitive fusion means taking your thoughts too literally. So if cognitive fusion means to take our thoughts too literally, cognitive diffusion means to take our thoughts less literally, or to deliteralize them. One form that thought takes is that of statements, phrases, and other linguistic phenomena occurring in our minds. When these strings of words are running through our heads, it's easy for us to forget that that's all they are, words running through our heads. One method of cognitive diffusion involves saying the distressing thought aloud. When we can hear our thoughts as words, it helps us remember that that's all they are, words running through our heads, just thoughts. And when we treat thoughts as thoughts, it reminds our minds and bodies that the things that pop in and out of our heads aren't real substantial threats, thereby reducing panic and increasing our ability to engage with the outside world. Here, I'll be introducing you to a few verbal cognitive diffusion techniques. Because these are not things that you would usually say aloud, it might be a good idea to practice this when you have some privacy. You can start by identifying a sentence that concisely sums up the thought. If we stick with the prior mentioned fear of tiger attacks, the sentence might be, "I will be attacked by a tiger." Now that we've identified the thought, there are a few ways that we can play with and vocally manipulate the thought. Playing with the thought is helpful because it demonstrates to the mind that the thought can be manipulated and messed around with in a way that distinguishes it from a real occurrence. You have unlimited options when it comes to how you say something, whereas your ability to manipulate external events is comparatively limited. One way to play with the thought is to simply contextualize the thought as a thought that you are having. For instance, you could say, "I am having the thought that I will be attacked by a tiger." Alternatively, you can simply repeat the thought over and over, which would sound like, "I will be attacked by a tiger, I will be attacked by a tiger, I will be attacked by a tiger." Another technique is to say the thought very slowly, sounding out each syllable of each word. You could also sing the thought, or say the thought in a funny voice, like that of a cartoon duck. You might find that these techniques work best when you can do them for a few minutes at a time. Some of these techniques might make you feel silly. That's good. When you interact with distressing thoughts in an unserious way, you're changing your relationship to them, and they have less power over you. Ultimately, that's what we're trying to do here, to decrease the power that distressing thoughts exert over your life so that you can be free to make decisions that are in line with how you wish to live. For more resources like this video, or to set up an appointment with a mental health counselor, please visit our website, www.resolutionpsychotherapy.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at Resolution Psychotherapy, or on Facebook at facebook.com/Resolution Psychotherapy. In the meantime, take care and be well.